So, hello everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in our today's discussion, in our today's live session, and a very warm welcome to all of you in our YouTube platform as well. That is there to cater the aspirants of RBI Grade A, Grade B 2025 examination. Now, in our today's discussion, in our today's live session, from the thumbnail of this live session, you must have got an idea that today we will be discussing India's digital economy. What is the digitalization? What is digital India? And what is the contribution of unified payment interface? Now, see, UPI is something that each and everyone knows. For every month, UPI sets a new record. Most of the times, any multilateral institution or international institutions says a lot of things about UPI. You might have heard about that the international arm of NPCI, who manages the UPI, go in collaboration with the different countries to implement the structure of UPI. Recently, in Namibia, this thing happened, and in Namibia, this thing happened that the Central Bank of Namibia came in a collaboration with the RBI and the international arm of NPCI to implement the same structure, the UPI kind of structure in their country. So these kind of news is quite often. This kind of news is like every day. This kind of news are there in the current affairs. So UPI is something that is a current topic since it has launched in the year 2016 till now. It has always been a topic of discussion, and you can say it is one of the major pillars of India's digitalization. Now, digital India and the UPI, these are the two topics that are extremely important from the point of view of paper one, that is ESI of RBI Grade B journal, paper two, that is finance, specifically from the point of view of finance. So, and this topic is not only important from a examination or phase one or phase two point of view, but also in interview part. If you see, as I told you, these are the topics that always been a news because of any reason. So interviewer can also frame a lot of question, and these topics are extremely important, are extremely burning topics at all point of time, and you can expect one or two questions from these topic at any examination, let it be in a phase one or phase two, or even in the interview, not only for RBI grade A or grade B, even for NABARD, PFRDA, or IRDI, any kind of regulatory body examination or banking level examination, or you can say the insurance level examination. UPI is something, digital India or digital economy is something that is extremely important. So now that it was just an introduction that I wanted to give you people. Now let's begin with our discussion of the day, and let's see that what this digital economy or digitalization means. Then we will also see that what are the major pillars of the digitalization, and then we will be focusing on our agenda of the day, that is now digital India and UPI. So I have already given you a brief introduction. Okay, but now let's see that what is the digitalization of economy means. What does that mean? If I am saying that India's economy is getting digitalized on a rampant rate, even if you compare it with other developing countries, India is on another sphere. What does that mean? So it means basically the integration of or the penetration of digital technologies into all the economic activities of a country to make it faster, transparent, and inclusive. Okay, let me repeat it. Digitalization, if I tell you in a layman language, is nothing. It's just an integration of digital technologies into all the economic activities of a country to make it faster, to make it transparent, reliable, and inclusive. Now, these economic activities can be anything. It can be in a manufacturing sector, it can be in an agricultural sector, it can be in a payment sector. It encompasses all the sphere of economic activities of a country. Now, what are the key features? So the key features are, first of all, you must be having a digital infrastructure, you must be having a great accessibility of internet, there must be data center, there must be a kind of people identification database with you. In India, we have Aadhaar. Then cashless payments, people must be promoting or must be adopting the cashless payments, that then only whenever we talk that the payment system is getting digitalized, what does that mean? It means that the traditional, the paper money, the paper currency that we use, people are now shifting towards a cashless economy or cashless payments. This is what digitalization means in a payment sector. Then e-governance, obviously, online services, e-governance. In the new education policy 2020, you must have heard about the credit accounts of the students. Okay? So that was a e-governance strategy. That was a incorporation of digital technology, that maintaining credit of the courses or of the academic courses that students have done, maintaining it in a single, you can say, a locker kind of stuff. Then we have the digi locker. Then all these kind of things are a process of e-governance. Then financial inclusion, digitalization also provide financial inclusion. How it is provide? So you must have heard about the PM Kisan scheme. Now in that scheme, central government provides 6,000 rupees in a single year, that too in three installments, and those amounts of 2,000 each get deposited into the accounts of beneficiaries directly. Okay? So this is a this is a example of direct benefit transfer, DBT. Now it is providing a financial inclusion. Even the farmers who are working in a remotest area of our country is getting their payments in their account directly. So financial inclusion is also one of the key features. Then e-commerce and data driven economy. E-commerce, ONDC, you must have heard about open network, that government came up with ONDC to make the e-commerce sector more transparent, more accountable. So that was the thing. So as I said, key features are nothing. It just states the point that integration of digital technology is there in each and every economic activity of a country. It might be the payment sector, in which we are talking about the cashless payments. It might be the governance sector, in which we talk about the e-governance, online services, DigiLocker, credit accounts of students, or might be various grievance registration portal. Then we have financial inclusion. It provide the digital banking, direct benefit transfer, peer-to-peer lending platform. These are the financial inclusion platforms. Then e-commerce and data-driven economy. So it's nothing. We have just listed the various economic activities and how digital technology can be incorporated in these economic activities. This is what the key features of digitalization of an economy means. Now the benefits. Benefits we know: faster and low cost transactions, transparency, reduced corruption, wider financial inclusion, boost innovation, startup, and global trade. Obviously, let me give you an example. If in the PM Kisan scheme, if the regulation might be that the local block level employees or the employees that are working in a gram panchayats, okay, or you can say the sachivs, secretaries of gram panchayats, they will be distributing the installments, 2,000 installments of PM Kisan scheme. Now in that scenario, there might be possibility that those authorities, those people will be doing some kind of corruption to give out your payouts. So when we introduce DBT in that particular thing, it not only introduced the financial inclusion. Now the each and every people, a farmer working in a remotest area of our country, is getting their payments via PM Kisan scheme directly in their bank account, as well as on the same time it is eliminating all the procedures that were there in between. Okay? That first the fund is going to get credited in the district's headquarters, then it will go to the panchayats, and then they will be distributing it. No, from the central government directly to the farmer's account. So it promotes financial inclusion first of all. Then it has also increased the transparency, it has increased the accountability, it has reduced the cost of the transaction. Now it is more faster. So all these kinds are the, even just by having an idea of single example, you can list the benefits of the digitalization of an economy. Now we just had an idea that what is digitalization means. Now what is India's digital stack? So if I am saying that if a specific country is doing very well in digitalization, then that particular country must be having some instruments with them. Okay? Just wait. Then that particular country must be having some instrument with them. Okay? Obviously, if I'm doing something, then I must be having some instruments. So the digital stack is nothing. These are the multiple instruments, you can say, or different methods, interventions that India is having at this point of time to transform its economy in a digital economy. Now let's see. So India's digital stack is a set of digital public infrastructure tools, in another language you can say, developed by the government and regulators to enable paperless, cashless, and presence-less service delivery. It underpins Digital India and accelerate the digitalization of the economy. Now, first of all, now we will see the what are the key layers of India's stack, because I have seen in multiple examinations they ask about these kind of questions. Okay. Now, this particular topic is important. Obviously, phase one you can expect questions, but in phase two you can utilize this data extensively in your answer writing. Okay. Even in the interview as well, you can get the benefit of this information extremely. Now, so there are different layers. Now we will see that what are these different layers via which the digital stack can be formed, or these layers are something that can be elaborated if you want to tell someone about India's digital stack infrastructure. Now, first of all, the identity layer. In identity layer, we have the Aadhaar, then we have the eKYCs. Okay? So an Aadhaar is something that is a unique biometric identification of an individual, and then you can access of that particular person's identity digitally at any point of time. Any government entity or any regulatory entity or any official entity can get the data of any person just by having the Aadhaar number of that person. Okay? Then eKYC, knowing your customer. So that is also is something that banks do. Earlier, they used to do on a paper basis. Okay? You will be required to submit all those kind of photocopies and all those kind of documents to prove your identity. Now it all paperless. So first of all, the identity layer come. In identity layer, how we will identify a person. So over there we have eKYC, we have Aadhaar based authentication. So these are the instruments or the public infrastructure, the digital public infrastructure that is there in the identity layer. Now we will see what is there in the payment layer. So in payment layer we have UPI that provides real-time digital payments. Then we have RuPay cards, Aadhaar enabled payment system, then Bharat bill payment system. So all these payment systems are there in the payments layer that provide that gives us an access, gives an opportunity to perform our financial transactions paperless. Okay, without doing any kind of rigorous activities. Just you can open an app and then you can transfer and you can do various things, starting from paying your fees, the gas bills or any electricity bills, to your mobile recharge. Everything you can do. Then we have the data layer. In data layer we have DigiLocker, account aggregators, open credit enablement network. Okay? So all these things are there in the data layer. You can store your data in a DigiLocker. Okay? From that particular DigiLocker you can show them. Even in the airport, when last time I went to the airport. Okay? Over there they told me that I provided them the physical copy of Aadhaar. They told me, sir, please provide us in a DigiLocker. Okay, please show us in a DigiLocker as well. So that time I installed the DigiLocker and I did all the all these procedures. Okay, so DigiLocker is something that government is also providing. Now you don't need to carry your physical documents everywhere. Okay, even if you are getting stopped by any traffic regulator, then as well you can show your all document, including your driving license, your vehicle registration certificate, etc., on your DigiLocker. Account aggregators are nothing. They are the peoples who aggregate your financial information and then they provide it to whomsoever you want to provide. So account aggregators, open credit enablement network, DigiLocker, these are the different layers that are there in the data layer. Then we have platforms for governance. Umang app providing multiple services, starting from uh, registering your grievances in the Pradhan Mantri grievance portal, providing EPFO services, etc. Everything is there in Umang app. That too in 13 languages. They are providing 13 languages. Okay. Then we have GSTN. Now this is a digital backbone of goods and services tax, GSTN. The number GSTN number that every GST providers or the GST collectors got from the government. Then government e-marketplace. You must have heard about that. Government launched the government e-marketplace in the year 2016 to to make the government's procurement of the stuff that is required for that is required in the government departments. Okay, so to make that particular thing digital, so government came up in the year 2016 GEM, that is a government e-marketplace. From there, the various regulators of the government, various departments can procure their required material from this platform. Then commerce layer. Now, this is an emerging layer. ONDC, network for digital commerce. Agri stack. Okay. Even for agriculture, we have multiple ENAM. You must have heard about ENAM on this electronic national agricultural mandis. Okay, or market you can say. So over there you can have a access of your mandis. Just being in a remote area, you can have an access of your agricultural mandi. You don't need to visit the nearby agricultural mandi. You can sell your product anywhere in the country, having access of this digital agricultural mandi. So this is something that is there in agri stack. Okay, so these are the different layers. These are the different layers of India's digital stack. Now moving ahead, we have the UPI. So over here we saw that in payment layer we have UPI, and all these stuffs are there. The Bharat bill payment system is there, DigiLocker is there, okay, Umang app is there. But the one, you can say, the digital public infrastructure that you must have heard about, or you must be hearing all day about, that is UPI. Okay, UPI is something that is there in the news. It was there in the news, it is in the news, and it is going to be in the news. Recently you must have heard that RBI is saying that they will be charging some fees now for the UPI users or for the UPI merchants. So that was the reason UPI was in the news. Okay. Then UPI sets a new target of volume, number of transactions, and then the amount of transactions every month. They sets a new target every, here and there you must have heard that this country or that country is getting is collaborating with the NPCI to implement a UPI kind of structure in their country. So UPI is going to be there in the news. It is a current topic. You must know each and everything about the UPI. If I will talk about the what is a jewel in the crown of India's digital stack, then that particular jewel is UPI. Okay? When we talk about apples, we see now that whenever we do something, there is a person in a group as well. There is a person who outperform everyone, who becomes the identity of that group. So on the same level, if I'll talk about what is, which of the following, if I'll provide all the digital public infrastructure, if I would say which of the following public infrastructure is one of the prominent or major pillar of India's digitalization, then you will call it the UPI. UPI is something that is a jewel of India's crown, India's digitalization crown. So let's see what is their origin, what is a role in what is the role of UPI in India's digitalization. We will see now. Okay. So first, it got conceived by the National Payment Corporation of India in the year 2016. Okay. NPCI got formed in the year 2008. Okay. NPCI got formed in the year 2008 under the RBI and Indian Bank Association to modernize the payment system. So in the year 2008, all these stuff started. RBI, Reserve Bank of India, and Indian Banks Association came together to establish NPCI in the year 2008 to modernize India's payment system. Then NPCI launched the UPI in the year 2016. That time the governor was Raghuram Rajan. Okay. Initially it got launched on a pilot basis with the 21 banks. Vision was build a unified interoperable mobile first digital payment platform to replace fragmented wallets and card systems. Okay. That time payment wallets and all these Paytm wallets and all these kind of wallets was there. So just to replace these fragmented wallets, to replace this card system of debit card, credit cards. Okay, now if you see the data, you will get to know that UPI has significantly replaced the usage of these cards, the credit card usage or debit card usage. UPI has significantly replaced the usage of this card system. Okay, so that was the vision, to build a unified interoperable mobile first digital payment platform. Now it got built on IMPS, immediate payment service. ठीक है, do remember it, all these stuffs are extremely important. ठीक है, it got built on a IMPS backbone. It means immediate payment service. On the same note, we have NIFT as well. ठीक है, NIFT is also one of a kind payment service of our India. uh, National Electronic Fund Transfer. ठीक है, NEFT. NIFT is also there, but UPI is based on the IMPS, that stands for Immediate Payment Services Backbone, which enabled instant money transfers. Policy push, it got supported by Digital India. Digital India got launched in the year 2015. Recently, in 2025, Digital India Mission or Digital India Scheme completed its 10 years. Okay, soon we will be coming up a live session on Digital India as well. Over there, you will get to know that what was the scheme Digital India that got launched in the year 2015, and what was its major achievements that they have achieved in the last 10 years of implementation. We will see that. Jen, then policy push was also there from Jan Dhan, Aadhaar Mobile, Trinity. ठीक है? So now see, 2015 Digital India came. In the year 2015 or 2018, I think Jan Dhan Mobile Yojana also came. Jan Dhan Account Yojana also came. ठीक है? And then RBI push for less cash economy. So these were the Trinity. If someone asked that what was the Trinity that was there behind the UPI, then Digital India, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan account, and then Aadhaar. These were the three trinities that came together, or you can say these were the major policy push that government gave via while implementing UPI. Then let's see what was the evaluation, how it got evaluated. ठीक है? So in the 2016, it got launched in collaboration with 21 banks. Then in 2017, rapid adoption happened because of demonetization. Now, demonetization happened in November 2020, 2016. So after that, people were lacking the physical currency. So that time, rapid adoption of this particular thing happened. Then 2018, introduction of UPI 2.0. ठीक है? That time they provided various services such as recurring payments, overdraft accounts, ठीक है, invoice in the inbox, everything they started providing. Then UPI autopay started, autopay mandate that we do for OTT platform, for bills or for our recharge, whatever, or for our different subscription, the autopay that we enable. So that came in the year 2021. Then in 2022, UPI 123 Pay also got launched. Now it was there for featured phone users. ठीक है? For you to use the UPI or to make payments via UPI, you must be having internet connection first of all. But in features phone, or you can say the keypad phones, the those small phones that we used to have earlier with keypad. Okay. So for feature phones, UPI 123 Pay got launched, and just by having an interaction, there was an you will dial UPI 123 from your mobile phone, then it will open a menu, and from there you can do a UPI payment. So that was there to provide feature phone users access to UPI without internet. Sorry. Then in financial year 24, integration with credit card happened. IPO subscription also, you can now take the IPO subscription as well. International acceptance also started. In 2025, you must have heard that credit on UPI is also started. International cross-border payments has also started. Okay. So all this stuff has now been started in the year 2025. So these were the basic evaluation, I would say, that is there with unified payment interface that happened starting from the year 2016 to 2025. Okay. In 2026, UPI will be completing it 10 years. So it is extremely important to know each and every nuances of this scheme. Now, why UPI become a major pillar? If I'm saying, we saw that multiple layers was there in India's digital stack. Multiple digital public infrastructure was is there in our digital public infrastructure. But why UPI become a major pillar? It becomes a major pillar. Reasons are this: financial inclusion. It expand digital access via the Trinity, Jan Dhan account, Aadhaar, and the mobile internet facilities. Okay? And rural penetration. Massive scale. It have a massive scale of transactions with it. Okay? Cost efficiency. It reduces the transaction of cost. Okay? Cost of transactions. It is easy. It's Interface is easy, it is quite easy to use, and obviously the speed it provides. Instant payment transfers. Innovation platform. Its platform, the whatever UPI platform you must be seeing, they provide all kind of services starting from IPO payments, bill payments, recurring mandates. So it provides many innovative products. Then formalization of an economy. It create digital trails. You can have an access that from where this money originated, in which account it got transferred. You can have a trail of the money. So it formalized the economy. Then global recognition. Obviously, more than 7 countries has accepted UPI payments. ठीक है? IMF, World Bank, United Nations, each and every multilateral institution or international institution of prominent stature has, you can say, praised the UPI. Crisis resilience. So even in the case of when COVID-19 happened, in that time when that unprecedented lockdown happened, that time UPI showed a incredible kind of resilience. ठीक है? People were not allowed to have a public transactions or public interactions, but UPI was there. You could have recharged your mobile just sitting in your home. You could have paid your electricity bill. You could have ordered your anything just by sitting in your house. ठीक है? So it shows a incredible resiliency in the COVID-19 time. Then it enabled DBT transfers as well. ठीक है? So that is also something. So if I want to provide a money or any kind of you can say subsidy to a person who is working in the remotest area of our country, then it is going to be extremely difficult if we try to establish a physical chain of interaction, a physical chain of the relation. But via UPI, you can do it just sitting at your home. ठीक है? Then UPI contribution to India's digitalization. We saw that what and digitalization means, what is the India's digital public infrastructure stack that is there with India, which is providing a mean to India to digitalize its economy. We saw that how UPI emerged, why UPI became a major pillar of India's digitalization. But what was UPI contribution in last few years? We will see that as well. So cashless economy, it reduced dependency on cash, it promoted digital first transactions. Financial inclusion, UPI 123 pay, we just saw, okay, that now we have started providing UPI to the feature mobile phones user as well without internet. So that was something. DBT transfer. So all these kind of initiatives are there that is providing financial inclusion. Mass adoption, how you can have an idea that the mass of our country is adopting. So around 185.8 billion transactions worth 261 lakh crore happened in the financial year 25 via UPI. So that's a huge number. Okay? UPI forms 84% of India's retail digital payments. So whatever India's digital retail payment is, 84% is happening via unified payment interface. So that is huge. Then global leadership. Now India accounts for 48.5% of all real-time digital payment worldwide. UPI is getting accepted by multiple countries starting from Singapore, UAE, France, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Mauritius. And it's not that these are the small countries, Singapore, UAE, France, countries of European Union, you can say. Then UAE, one of the hubs of global economy, Singapore. So all these uh, extremely well-doing economies is also accepting adopting the UPI. Then support for governance and DVT. Obviously, UPI is providing support to governance. You can pay your various. If you see, then now you are preparing for RBI examination. So when you will be filling the form now, over there you will get an opportunity to pay fee for your form submission via UPI QR code. So obviously it is supporting governance in all spheres, starting from paying a electricity bill, applying for a competitive examination, and you can say, or making payment in the capital market or money market. Everywhere UPI is there. Okay? Then obviously tax payments, bill state settlements, toll, subsidy, everywhere UPI is there. Now boost to digital economy. It enabled e-commerce, startups, fintech ecosystem, micro transaction. So obviously startups are basically they are coming up with new innovative products. E-commerce, UPI has a very well role to play over there. fintech ecosystem. When we combine technology with finance, we'll talk the fintech ecosystem. So in that particular area as well, UPI is providing a lot of benefits. Then, so we saw that this was the contribution of UPI in our digital in India's economic digitalization. But what was the global recognition and endorsement? So IMF recently said that UPI enables 18 plus billion monthly transactions, making India the global leader in fast payment. Now you can utilize this statement in your answer writing, that not only the India's economy, not only the Indians that are praising the UPI, okay? Even the international institutions, multilateral institution having a significant global stature is praising, is accepting the UPI, okay? IMF praised India's stack, including Aadhaar, UPI, DBT, for ensuring financial inclusion and efficient subsidy transfer. World Bank also applauded India's digital public infrastructure, and it also claimed that India has achieved in 6 years what may take 5 decades elsewhere. Now you can say what the kind of you can say the praise India's digital public infrastructure is getting. FATF, Financial Action Task Force. So India is advocating to ease compliance rules for cross border UPI payments. So FATF is also advocating the usage of UPI. ठीक है, यूपीआई ऑलरेडी लाइव इन फ्रांस, सिंगापुर, यूएई, नेपाल एंड मॉरिशस, श्रीलंका एंड भूटान. ठीक है. Then financial times, the one of the prominent, you can say, even in the if you see the syllabus of Reserve Bank of India grade B, over there as well in the newspaper segment you will find the name of Financial Times, that RBI says that a aspirant must be reading the articles of Financial Times. So Financial Times is saying that UPI now process 640 million plus daily transactions. They have surpassed Visa as well. Boosted financial inclusion. In 2011, only 35% of Indians were having a bank account. Now in 2023, 89% is having financial access. Via which way you can say? So it is UPI that is providing financial access to each and every person. Even if you see, even if you want to buy a mobile phone, you can do your payment via UPI. Even if you want to buy chili or coriander, you can make your payment via UPI. So UPI has provided financial access to each and every person. A person who is there in the last mile is also getting access of financial services via UPI. Now, via UPI, you can also get your insurance policies. Okay? Your vehicle insurance as well is available via UPI. So these are the kind of access that UPI has given. Government of India has also said recently that Government of India has announced that UPI powers 50% of world's real-time payments, and declared UPI a symbol of India's technological self-reliance. Now, see, this is not something I am saying. This is something Government of India is saying. There are multiple, you can say, there are multiple public infrastructure. The digital public infrastructure there that is in there in India's digital stack. But government is also declaring that UPI is a India's technological self-reliance symbol. So this is the importance of UPI, and this is the reason we are having this discussion today. Okay? Now, this is it for today's discussion, and you can get this data for free of cost just by downloading our app, that is Ecoholics, that is available on Google Play Store. You can download our app from there, and you can get this document, you can get this data for free of cost. Even if you have any kind of doubt in regards to any paid content that we provide, here is the number. You can have access, you can take a screenshot, and you can reach out to our academic counselors, and all of your queries will get resolved immediately and conveniently. Thank you so much for joining today's live session. And I hope that you people must have got extremely valuable insight from this live session. Now, tomorrow we will be coming up with a new live session and with a new interesting topic that is in the news, and that is going to be extremely valuable for your preparation. So be there, do subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notification whenever we will be going live. But every day at 12 p.m., at 12 noon, we will be going live with these kind of interesting topics. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be coming up with a new live session with a new interesting topic for you people. Till then, have a great day ahead. Bye.